Hi, and welcome back to Pokemon Go NYC. It's James here, obviously, and I'm back in my hotel room. Pokemon Go Fest is going on, but both Mac and I are so incredibly exhausted. Plus, as you may have heard by now, there's basically no way to actually play Pokemon Go in Grant Park for the majority of attendees. There's a few lucky people, mostly with Sprint data, actually, who were able to. Mac was actually able to catch an unknown, so I'm happy for him.
I got two.
What a bad. Oh, you got two, Mac? Oh, that's awesome. I'm just closing the window, so that's Grant Park right there. By the way, I just want to say that. Oh, can you see? I do want to just say that that Mac and I've had a chance to calm down a little bit. We were pretty upset when we were in Grant Park, which I think happened partly because we were exhausted and it was so hot, and partly because it was frustrating for me and many other people, for us and many other people, to fly all the way to Chicago, buy tickets, get hyped, show up, and I think my experience was typical. My experience was typical. Mac was one of the lucky ones. His device, he actually could log on and scan the QR code, and he actually could play a little bit. But how many times did your app crash?
I don't even know, like maybe 15 times.
Maybe 15 times, and you're one of the lucky ones. I would say literally about half, guys, literally about half of the people at Grant Park this morning could not even get into their game enough to catch more than one or two Pokemon, and I think I was one of the worst ones. There were some people like me, we couldn't even get the game to launch and load, and so so I got there, we got in line at 9 a.m., long wait. We probably got into the park at 11:30. I remember because we missed the first challenge, right?
You can't even see
Oh,
the
whoops,
screen.
sorry. Anyways, to make a long story short, I still have not caught a single Pokemon at Grant Park. I finally was able to at least get the game to log on, and I was able to scan my QR code at 1:30 p.m. And at that point, I was so exhausted, and so was Mac. Oh man, your reaction, mayhem. Let me show you. I've got some footage that I'm going to upload of something that basically looks like a peaceful riot. It wasn't violent, and actually I think it was really good. Like, there is a time for protest, guys, and there was a peaceful protest in which both Mac and I participated quite actively, in which while Mystic 7 and a couple other people were on the stage basically ignoring the situation. By the way, I don't blame Mystic 7. I blame the CEO. I don't feel bad for him. I think he deserves this. I think that he is responsible for the fact that they organized a huge event without having tried smaller events to test out whether they could handle the load, and it didn't work. Don't get me wrong, I love the game, but let's play the footage here. Let's watch this video of what happened. So, okay, let me tell the story a little bit more, so you guys understand what the hell I'm trying to talk about. You went to festivals with over 50,000 people on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, exactly. So basically what happened was we get there, my son was able to authenticate, Chuck, who was with us, was able to authenticate. They caught a couple things, including the two unknowns. I'm so happy, Mac, that you got the unknowns.
Okay, thanks.
I'm really happy for you. I was triggered, I think, more. I'm rarely triggered, by the way, but I think I was triggered more by the fact that this was happening to the community rather than me. I mean, I've got an unknown. It's not, I could leave Chicago without catching anything. I could live with that. But I was triggered by the fact that I was surrounded by other people having the same problem. And then John Hank was like over in the corner signing autographs.
Wait, what?
Oh, maybe you didn't realize this, Mac, because you were actually catching unknowns. But for those of us who couldn't play, it was really annoying to see John Hank off in the corner signing autographs from. Who even is John Hank? John Hank is the CEO, the boss of the whole company. Am I coming back out? Yeah, I'm going to come back out for the mystery event just to see and just to cover it. So then what happened was Mystic 7, by the way, Mystic 7's awesome, and I don't blame him for this, but Mystic 7, unfortunately, was caught up in this event, which they had, where he's being interviewed by a couple other people, and he's on stage, and meanwhile nobody can even catch it. Mystic Seven is like battling a gym, and it's working perfectly for him, and about half of the people can't even log in to the game. And so people just started chanting, and I think the thing that pissed people off was that no one listened. Like, nobody. They just kept on speaking.
Except what like the CEO did with it, or like things like they're trying to fix the bugs.
Well, later. But that was, honestly, Mac, I think the only reason that the CEO even made an announcement about the bugs was because of the, I'm going to call it a protest. I think the word riot's a little bit strong, but it did feel almost like a riot. I mean, people were yelling at the top of their lungs, including me. What's Mystic Seven? Mystic Seven is, Mystic Seven was is the most popular YouTuber covering Pokemon Go. He's awesome. His name is Brandon. Anyways, oh wait, let me switch this around. Did I go to Go Fest? Yes, Brandon, I did, and I'm actually just down the street from Go Fest now. What happened? What I'm mad about is that at Go Fest, about half of us were not even able to log in to the game because it was lagging so bad. And so what I was trying to explain was that a lot of people began to basically shout down the CEO, and then finally, probably because of that, the CEO came out and made the following announcement. So I'm going to show you now what happened. Let's watch this video, because I actually didn't see this because I had already begun to try to leave. And get this, the line to leave the park, if you wanted to actually be allowed to come back into the park, the line to leave the park was about 300 people and about 20 minutes wait just to leave. That tells you how many people were just not even able to play. So anyways, let me show you guys this. By the way, I do have good news. Well, actually, let me show you the good news. Let's watch.
Okay.
I mean, this is slightly good news, but okay, spoiler alert, he did announce a refund. So this is the CEO of Niantic, who had been, look at him, he's being booed for good reason. So finally he takes the stage, probably because of the protests.
Welcome to Chicago.
Oh wait, Mac, what happened to that video?
Oh.
Oh, is that all? Oh. Shoot. Well, where's the longer version? Okay, let's lock that. Watch the actual long stream. Anyways, long story short, but why didn't they show the actual portion where he offered the refunds back?
I don't know.
So this is the actual Go Fest stream. So he basically said that they would refund tickets.
No, wait, this is not. Like.
Oh, that's not him. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know we left because we were exhausted. We captured a lot of footage. It wasn't the kind of footage I would have expected. We captured a footage of Matt catching two unknowns, but honestly, most of the footage that I caught on this day was not what I expected to catch. It was the protest, aka riot, where people demanded that something be done because half of the people couldn't play. I recorded a lot of different people's reactions to it. I recorded me and Mac discussing it and looking on the bright side. So I'm going to upload that later. I mean, I was triggered. I'm rarely able to. I developed pretty good coping skills over the years, but I was frustrated, and partly I was also a part of that protest. And I felt a lot of negative energy, so it took me a little while to reframe it. But yeah, exactly zero. That's what I wanted to say. Is that on the way back to the hotel, me and Matt got to talking, and we said, you know what? We had such a great day yesterday, just meeting our favorite YouTubers, making new friends, streaming with Sparky and Jono. And Mystical and Hugo-san. So honestly, we came to realize that actually, even if today was totally not what we expected, it was worth coming. We also got to have so many of you guys keep us company while we were waiting in that long line. And we experienced something unique. It wasn't what we expected, but yeah, we left because we couldn't play. About half of the people have left because they couldn't play. Um, a lot of people are upset who came from a long distance. I came from a pretty long distance, but there's people here from Europe. Um, a lot of people are upset about it, and I'm upset not so much because I missed out on unknowns. I'm upset because I think this is a great game, and I think this was I think this could have been a great thing for the spirit of the game coming together, and instead I feel like this is a fail so far. Oh, so it says rare Pokemons are spawning with a 2-hour radius and legendaries will be dropped. All right, cool. Hey, dude, thanks for that update. I've been so in the midst of it that I haven't actually known that until you just told me. So thank you so much for telling me. I really appreciate it. So I guess the update that I just got from Haley, and also, hey Darksider, how you doing? What happened basically was half of the people at Grant Park couldn't even load the game, including me. Looking at the bright side, Mac was able to load it. It was glitching out like hell, but he did catch two unknowns.
And then
And
I think a Heracross ran away.
okay, and he had an encounter with Heracross. Looking at the bright side, it ran away. Hey, Chris Taylor, thanks for the support. It's cool. Also, Mac is so supportive. Mac, I just want to tell you how proud I am of you.
Okay.
I know it's hard for adults, including me apparently, to not sometimes, get upset, especially the hot sun when you've traveled long distance. But Mac, you were so supportive. You were so patient. Your game was glitching a lot too, not as much as mine. But then again, you're only 10. And then get this, when Mac found out what was happening to me, you said the sweetest thing to me. Do you mind if I share it with them? Because it was really the sweetest thing. I want them to know how awesome you are. Mac was like, "Oh, that sounds really hard. That must be really disappointing. I feel bad for you." Do you remember when you said that? I was so impressed because that's literally what I would want someone to say to me when I was like getting a little overheated. And that's when I realized that I do need to take a step back, take a calming down break. So yeah, Mac, you're the best.
Okay, thank
I love you so much. So so we're taking a calming down break. I wanted to tell you what's going on. It sounds like you're telling me some stuff that's going on because I'm telling you just from a first person perspective what was going on. But it sounds like some additional news is breaking. So tell me again, we're going to have the rare spawns are going to be expanded outside the park. That's a good call. So shout out to whoever came up with that good idea.
Wait, what?
So did I get that right? That Niantic is expanding the radius for the rare spawns? Rare Pokemons are expanding. That's a great idea. Shout out to whoever at Niantic came up with that idea. That's brilliant. That's brilliant because that means you don't have to stay in the park and you can still do that. And then, yes, people are going to get their money back, but only the $25 that you bought for the ticket, and then also $100 of in-game credit, so like lots of Pokecoins. Jordy, the event's still going on. And yeah, I think a few people on here are... Oh, and the rare spawns are going to be extended till Monday. Interesting. Makes me kind of wish we could stay till Monday, Mac. We did use frequent flyer points for this trip. So maybe we could get a free transfer to Monday and catch lots of rares.
Okay.
Interesting. Plus, we could probably play with our friends again instead of not being able to play among a sea of strangers like we were today. It was a madhouse, guys. I mean, I'm still glad it happened, but it just didn't go as well as I wanted, and I don't know, mixed feelings. Pokeclips, yeah, we left the park. I'm gonna go back. Are they gonna redo it? I'm not sure. You guys might know more than me because I've just been living this on the ground here. And I think I think legendaries will be released. I mean, I'm sure after this, it seems like honestly, if you were there in that crowd, John Hanks, he looked scared. He looked like disturbed and he should be disturbed because he was there signing autographs while people were chanting and yelling at him. You're talking to Hugo now? Nice. where players really sorted in their place or friendly around another. Oh, players were really friendly with each other.
Yeah, but if he didn't exist, probably this YouTube channel wouldn't have existed.
Great job pointing that out, Mac. So Mac is continuing to be like, dude, you're parenting me here right now, Mac. You're awesome. So Mac is also pointing out that our YouTube channel would not exist if what didn't exist, if the game didn't exist, right?
But he made the game.
Niantic? Oh, John Hanks. Well, I mean, a lot of people made the game, but good point. John Hanks is the leader of the company that made this game, so let's give him some respect. And who knows? Who knows if, who knows, for all we know, maybe John Hanks came up with the idea for some of the solutions. Actually, that is the job of the CEO, by the way, the leader of the company, right? So he probably did make the decision to give the refunds, and he did respond eventually after all the chanting, after we chanted and shouted. So if you're just joining, it was kind of like a peaceful protest at John Hank. That's right, not Hanks. Hank. It was a peaceful protest. And to answer your question, Zavira, I think people were making the best of it. I think people were friendly to the trainers. I met lots of people. Oh, I met Ben Tim. That was another highlight. Shout out to Ben Tim. And Matt caught 2 unknowns. There's lots of good stuff that happened. I do think people got distracted by the fact that they couldn't play, and so there was probably less just like having fun and more like talking to each other about like, hey, how are you doing? Like a lot of people would come up to me and be like, did he get in yet? Oh man. They did throw a bottle to Rachel. Oh no, really? I didn't see that. Yeah, that's not peaceful.
Wait, what?
Apparently someone threw a bottle at Rachel. She was one of the 3 representatives. Remember how there was one representative from each team? So you had Mystic 7. Another thing that was, you saw the bottle? Oh man.
What team was?
That's the thing, right? Like, I do think the protest needed to happen because I don't think they would have responded as aggressively. Hey, Stormcast, without the protest. But I'm disappointed to hear that someone threw a bottle. On the bright side, it wouldn't have been a glass bottle because you weren't allowed to have glass bottles. Where did you see the flying bottle?
Well,
was that on a YouTube
they
video?
caught it and then drank the water.
You think maybe she caught it and drank the water? That would be solid.
Maybe that was a president. I mean, maybe that was a present to her or something.
Maybe, Mac. I don't know, dude. So wait. She dodged the bottle? Well, that's good. Arvin, what happened? Well, basically, everyone who's been playing Pokemon Go around the world, I think you're having the better event right now because in the park, only about half of us have been able to log on and play. For example, me, I was only able to scan my QR code and actually get it to work
Remember that person
at 1:30 p.m. And then also, well, yeah, basically like half of the people haven't really been able to play.
Remember that person?
I know. What will they do? I bet you they're going to delete that stream. Actually, we should probably go record that stream right now before
What
they
stream?
are smart enough to delete it.
What stream? Wait, which stream? Hey, which stream?
Hey, hi, you saw me on Jono's live stream? Cool. Yeah, I had a great time streaming with Jono. That was fun. Good to see you. The event's still on. That's cool, SK4. But wait, SK4, what about the bonuses? Weren't there the bonuses?
Oh wait, Daddy? We were so lucky we went that way because if we went the way where we wouldn't get to go back in, that means we wouldn't get the Pokemon till Monday.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Legendary raids are, I mean, I guess they're in the code, but they just haven't. I know, right? Tabasco says, Mac, you're so wise. You're a wise soul. You're an old soul, dude. How long is the live stream going to be? This one, not that long. I just needed some people to talk to, honestly, and I also thought that you guys might be curious about what the hell's been happening in the park. What happened with Go Fest with the riots? So they were mostly peaceful, although I just learned that that one plastic bottle was thrown. But mostly, honestly, it was like, I think it was necessary for people to chant. It was basically chanting, loud chanting. to get the attention of the official and let them know that half of us couldn't play. Because honestly, they couldn't really necessarily have known that. They were acting like it wasn't happening. They were just putting on this happy show where Mystic 7 was, battling the gym. And Mystic 7's awesome. I just loved his energy. It was great to see him in person. They needed to know that this thing was unacceptable, that half of the people were not able to...
I'm glad they extended the event.
I'm glad they extended the event. Yeah. So cool. We're going to go offline for a little bit, but we'll be back online later. You know what we should do, Mac? Let's continue our calming down break. Let's continue our cooling down break. And what Pokemons did I catch? I actually caught none because I was not able to log on. All I eventually was able to do was eventually to finally authenticate to unlock the game. I think it was a glass bottle. You weren't really allowed to even bring glass bottles in there. But, yeah, I didn't catch anything but Mac caught 2 unknowns. Congratulations. That's exciting.
Means
yeah, so we're back at the hotel.
At first you didn't get in because there was... You can only use the code for one.
I know. So, guys, can anybody... Yeah, we're going to spend the rest of our time cheerfully. Thank you, Xavier. You're wise, too. You're even wiser than the rest of us. I love your energy, your positivity. Yeah, so happy we're here. Bummer of a day. Feel really bad for people. Like Max said, that must be frustrating for a lot of people. But let's have fun. Yeah, let's open the game. Let's see if I can log on now. Guys, I'm going to pause the stream so I don't show confidential information. Let's see if I can log in now that I've left the park. And also, let's see... what's going on. I'll be right back. Let's see if we can find some rare spawns nearby.
Or like find an unknown here.
Yeah, because they've extended by 2 miles the radius of the unknown. You know what? This could be a great time to actually catch, dude. Shout out to the person who told us to actually check the game.
And that means they give
enough talk. Let's play.
Give them a lot of time too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, guys. Brief pause. I'll be right back.
Gen 2.
Oh man, Mac, I love your ideas. Check out the latest idea from Mac. I hope Niantic's watching. Mac says that a good way to make everybody happy would be to extend the radius of the crazy amazing spawns from Grant Park by 3,000 miles or around the whole world. I love that. Stormcast, you get a stream after mine. Nice, cool. So we've got seamless transition. Thanks for letting me know. I couldn't log into my game inside Grant Park, but I just logged in. And the last thing I did before I left Grant Park was to actually finally... Okay, so wait. So specifically, I couldn't log in for like 3 hours, and then just before we left, I was finally able to log in, and all I could get around to doing was to authenticate and scan the QR code. So I think that means that I can now catch the Grant Park spawns. And they extended to 2 miles. That's awesome, Chris. That's so great. So I think I can catch the grants, the special rare spawns that are going on. I think we're probably, I know, why throw the bottle, dude? I think it's a good thing that people spoke up and chanted. I think it's terrible that someone actually resorted to violence. It's so tricky, man, because there was a lot of negative energy. But at the same time, like, something needed to be said, but I really wish that it hadn't been, that people hadn't gotten crazy with it. All right, so yeah, so here I am. This is basically, so the park is here. The main part of the park, of the actual event, is over there. So for example, if I click on that, yeah, it is a mobile game. That said, to sell tickets to an event and have half of them not even be able to log in, I think is kind of at a pretty high level of unpreparedness, especially since I'm in technology myself. I got to tell you that, like, there's ways to test for these things, and there's math that they could have done to know. I mean, they knew how many people were coming. They know how much load each person tends to put on servers. No, it's not canceled, it's just not working. Correct. Sound is on. Oh, you're right. Totally. Thanks for telling me. But the trainers who threw the bottle, that is so rude. Exactly. I just thought they would have had this sorted, and I have to tell you guys, and I actually did. I did say to John Hank when I got close to him at one point that they should have load tested this better. That's the key word: load testing. They should have tested the load. It's not like when they first released the game when they didn't realize how popular it was going to be. Here they knew how many people were coming. They knew what the servers would have required. They should have gotten some kind of signal boosters. That's the other thing. But honestly, I don't think it was cell phone signal. Cell phone signal might have been part of it, but I think it was mostly server lag, as far as I could tell. Oh, it must have been so stressful for Mystic 7 because I know he loves the game. He was sponsored, so he had to put on a nice face about it, but it must have been really hard because, you know, we were chanting while he was on the stage, and some of us were even calling his name and being like, do something. You know, I think he did, I think he did the best he could. All right, so interesting enough, I'm still not able to click on these things. Until now. Okay, there's the first click.
If we extended it, probably it'll be way better signal. Because no people will be just crowded in one place.
Those bad traders are Team Rocket. So guys, tell me about... actually, no, don't tell me about FSU. Don't tell me. Don't tell me he was able to spoof in. I don't want to know. I don't want to talk about it on this channel. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm going to take some time to chill out, yeah, and then we'll go play again. I might have missed some comments. I think I might have even missed an offer by XBDJ. I know. Wow, Niantic. What the... XBDJ, I think you said you were chilling with Hugo. Yeah, let him know I'm going to give him a call. Let him know I'm going to give him a call. And if you're in touch with Mr., I'm just going to go ahead and give a call to our friends, Hugo, Mystical, Sparky Joy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. What was I going to say? Stormgas is streaming, so check that out, guys. I'll catch you guys. Peace. FSU is track talking. It's okay. Yeah, that's life. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys.
How are you doing?
Yeah, we either love or we dislike. Yeah, I mean, hey, looking on the bright side, guys, if you're playing today outside of Grand Park, don't feel too bad because at least you can play the game. All right, peace. I'm having trouble tapping. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. I forgot to ask you for that. Johnny Bod, great to see you, bro. I understand how you feel. I prefer the word strongly dislike, but don't feel bad. We're not hating on you because we don't believe in hate. Oh, if you just found the stream for the first time while watching this, please consider subscribing. I'd like to have you as our latest subscriber. We stream from New York most of the time, me and Mac, and we also do a lot of collabs with other amazing YouTubers. We stream legit gameplay around the streets of New York City, and if you're subscribed, you'll get notifications when we go live. Catch you guys soon, and we'll definitely be streaming later also here in Chicago. Oh, that'd be great. DM me if there's an unknown nearby. Definitely. Zavira, that's what I appreciate it. Johnny Mod also DM me. Okay, love you guys. Nitesh, what's going on at Go Fest? Basically, Go Fest is just glitching out, I guess is the best way to explain it. It's really hard for people to play. So we had to leave. Right, nothing's going on. You know, there was a kind of, some people called it a riot. Maybe it's a riot, maybe it's a demonstration. I thought it was peaceful. It was loud, though. It was intense. And Mac and I were part of it. I mean, we were upset. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Oh, Mixon, that's totally fine, man. I'm glad you did a vlog. Just make sure that you drop a link to my channel in it, which I'm sure you probably already did. Deserve a donor break. You guys are awesome. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. It was a little intense. It was a little stressful, but we're fine, and we're still lucky. All right, Mac, you want to take a break and go eat? Let's do that. I'll catch you guys. Peace.